Massive doubleheader today for Wheaton College. Currently, they're in second place right behind Springfield. Springfield at the top of the conference, one game ahead of Wheaton at 14-4. Wheaton at 13-5, one game above MIT, who's in third place at 12-6 for MIT, in a three-way tie for fourth place between WPI, Babson, and Coast Guard. And Smith rounds out the top seven at 10-8. And the NUMAC, WPI, Babson, and Coast Guard all tie for fourth with an 11-7 record. And then four teams eliminated in the NUMAC postseason race. Wellesley, Emerson is one of those teams, same as Salvia, Regina, and Clark, all at the bottom of the conference. So already the top seven teams will advance over to the NUMAC Conference Tournament beginning next Wednesday. Foul ball off the bat of Mackenzie Rice to stay alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now for the 3-2 pitch. Rice, ground ball off to the shortstop. Oliveira throws across the diamond. Records the putouts. 1-1 now the count. Overton, a senior, and her teammate Mackenzie Killo, who's coming up next. So the number 3 and 4 batters for Emerson are seniors. 6 seniors by Wheaton. One of those is the pitcher, Sophia Knopf. Lindsay Oliveira, the shortstop. Allison Weston in left field, a senior. Amanda Bogardis played third base starting. Then checked out of the game, a senior. Brianna Egan now at third. And Jill Cedia behind home plate, also a senior, the catcher on the team. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Overton goes down swinging as Knopf records our first strikeout today. 18 total players in the roster for Emerson. 2 seniors, 7 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 5 first-year players, representing 8 total states on the roster for Emerson. A 2-1 pitch. Killo drives it to left field, able to shoot it into the gap. Rounding second on the third now. Rounding third. The throw to the plate by Oliveira. Skidding off the top of the glove of Cedia. And that will lead to an RBI by Mackenzie Killo for Emerson to go on top 1-0. Today, 2 critical games here for Wheaton because they can still get the 1 seed. They would have to have Springfield lose twice due to Springfield's having the head-to-head victory. Sweeping MIT would gain the stronger victory in terms of Springfield if it was split in a tie between Wheaton and Springfield, with both of them tying in the standings. Up the middle, Knopf snags it, records the out. Sticks out her glove on a line out recorded. Off the bat of Riley Chiazza to begin the inning. Blakenheim Brown had the walk-off game-winning RBI in extras to win over Springfield in Game 1 8 days ago. Blakenheim Brown jacks it deep left field as it slams off the fence. Looking to stretch it out to a double. Sliding in safely is Blakenheim Brown. She has been on a hitting tear recently. Coming off her first collegiate home run yesterday. Walk-off RBI 8 days ago to win over Springfield in extras, and Blakenheim Brown rips it right to the left field fence. This brings up Jill Cedia, the senior catcher from Hopkinton, Massachusetts. Cedia, she ropes one into left field. Rounding third, heading home is Blakenheim Brown all the way to the fence on that ball struck by Cedia. Stretches it out to a double. RBI by Jill Cedia to tie the score up at 1 apiece for Wheaton. Weston went 1 for 3 against SUNY Geneseo and Clark this season. Career high 3 hits in 2022 against Johnson and Wales. 1-1 pitch by Gomez. Weston able to drive it, flares into the shallow outfield. Rounding third, heading home. Cedia scores the run. Weston with an RBI. Wheaton takes the lead. Emerson was projected just behind Wheaton back in February in the NUMAC preseason coaches poll. Emerson was projected in 8th place. Wheaton was projected in 7th place. But Wheaton this year has exceeded expectations in a big way. Number 2 in the conference at the moment, 1 game behind Springfield at 13-5. Bollier, swing and a miss, strike 3. A strikeout recorded by Sophia Knopf on the mound, and that will be Knopf's second strikeout recorded this game. For Emerson, they get off to a great start this season, going 7-3 on spring break for Emerson. That was in the Gene Kusick Collegiate Classic in Fort Myers in Naples, Florida from March 10th through March 15th. After that, though, after a 7-3 start, they lost 7 straight games directly after spring break from March 22nd through April 8th. Knopf with a full count pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Claire Overton goes fishing on the pitch above the batting helmet as Knopf delivers one high and records the strikeout. Battling back in a major way here by Knopf. Looking to see if she can strike out 2 batters in a row. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts recorded by Sophia Knopf on the mound to regain confidence here for Wheaton. Wheaton leads 2-1 as we enter now the bottom part of the 3rd inning. We'll be back on the NewMax Sports Network. 1-1 pitch. Egan leaves it down for a ball. Both Emerson and Salve Regina are tied for 9th in the conference. 5-3 conference record. Clark is in last place at 1-17. The lone victory for Clark came against Emerson this season. 2-1. Egan drives it. That's a rocket to left field. That ball shot off the bat of Brianna Egan. That is now the 7th hit today by Wheaton. She hit her first collegiate home run with a 3-run shot to lead 3-0 in Game 1 against Springfield. Cedia drives it deep left field, looking for another one. This time it bounces to the fence. Rounding third, heading home is Egan. Cedia with a double throw to the plate. And on in time, she is safe. Standing up at home with Egan, it's an RBI by Jill Cedia. 13-5 NewMac record for Wheaton. This is the most conference wins since 2015, where Wheaton had a 17-1 NewMac record. Pop fly, looking to see if she can find Green. It does. Bounces into the gap. That'll be an RBI. Allison Weston drives home Jill Cedia to put the score 4-1. Smith is up 1-0 at Coast Guard at the moment. Gomez fly ball, left field, foul territory, and it is caught for the out in foul territory. Wow. Allison Weston doing magic out there left field as she rushes all the way into foul territory and records the basket catch. 5 multi-hit games, 3 hits in 4 games this season by Zanani. 1-0 pitch. Change up in the zone and the off speed. It's strike number 1. The batter with Sam Zanani. And the 3-2 count here. Sophia Knopf recording 4 strikeouts. Make it 5. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Weston's one of 6 seniors celebrated today in the pregame before Senior Day. It's her 14th at-bat this season by Weston. Already with a new season high for total hits with 2. 0-2 pitch. Weston ground ball. Shoots it into the gap. Second base side past Caiazzo. 1 run scores. Here comes 2. Throw is offline. Weston advances off the second. On the third with Cedia. 2 RBIs by Allison Weston. Up to now 4 in this game by Weston. Emerson made the trip from downtown Boston on Boylston Street, about 50 minutes north of Wheaton for this matchup. Kilo ground ball off to Egan. Throws off the bounce to first. And it's snagged by Blakeman Brown for the outs. First pitch high and outside. Missed for a ball to Steph Trendle, the junior playing first base from Canton, Mass. Pop fly, right field side, down the line. And it's a diving catch by Tabaco. Down to the final out of the game now. Defense all throughout the course of today's game for Wheaton. 14-4 all-time for Wheaton against Emerson. Wheaton's won the previous 5 out of 6 meetings. Last year, these 2 teams split the series. Emerson won 10-5. Wheaton won Game 2 9-0. Pop fly off the bat of Zenga to the outfield. Zito catches it for the final out of the game. Game 1 victory today on Senior Day for Wheaton College. 6-1, the final score. 3 balls and 2 strikes here by Arcan. To Overton delivers. Ground ball chopped to Egan. Egan fires the first. Records the outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the zone. Called strike 3. First strikeout of today's game by Amber Arcand on the mound for Wheaton to close out the top half of the 2nd inning. Sheehan. 2-2 pitch. Dolan, slow rolling ground ball. Left side of the infield to throw the first. It'll be an RBI. Dolan gets put out at first. That scores a run, though, for Wheaton to take the 1-0 lead. Peyton Blakeman Brown scoring on the RBI by Riley Dolan. Allison Weston, the senior from West Islip, New York, playing left field today. Career high 3 hits against Johnson and Wales by Weston entering this game. That was until today where she was red hot and tied that. Perfect 3 for 3 with an RBI. That's our 5th RBI today by Allison Weston here on Senior Day. She had a career-high 4 RBIs in Game 1 this afternoon. Great piece of hitting. She smoked it right past the second base player, Riley Keaza. The last victory for Emerson against Wheaton came last year in Game 1 of the series up in Boston. 10-5 was the final score in 2023. 1-1. This ball gets driven. Left center field going back. Bouncing all the way to the fence. Off the bat of Tobacco. Rounding third, heading home to throw to the plates. The tag applied, and the base runner's out. So Weston gets thrown out at home as she challenged the throw to home plate. So now it's 2 outs for Emerson's defense. Results in a double though by Grace Tobacco. 1 for 1 with a run scored by Blake Brown. And she has been on a roll lately. 2 runners on board. She drives it up the middle by Blake Brown, rolling to the outfield. Rounding third, heading home, Molinari. No throw to the plate. Molinari scores. It's an RBI by Peyton Blake Brown. Softball dynasty for Wheaton back in the 1990s and 2000s. 11 total NUMAC Tournament championships. All those were from a stretch from 1988 through 2004. Dolan ground ball off to the shortstop. Overton tags the base runner, fires the first. That's a double play. Claire Overton redeems herself, recording a double play in the infield to close out the inning. So this brings up now number 21, Mackenzie Killo. She has the lone hit today. Chop to Egan, gets ups right there, fires the first. She records the outs. Oh, what a play by Brianna Egan, going up for it on a high chopping ground ball. Season high, batting 3 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs scored against Alfred State on March 15th on spring break. Rosenberger ground ball, shoots off the glove of Egan. Oliveira shovels right back over to Egan and records the outs. Oh man, what a play right there by Lindsay Oliveira. Helping out your teammates. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Overton goes fishing on a pitch that was well high out of the zone. It's a strikeout recorded by Arcand. Arcand last year tossed a complete game, 2-hit shutouts, striking out 7 batters against Emerson. Deja vu looking for the shutout all over again 1 year later. The pitch. High fly ball, sky high, left center field. Under it for the out. It is Zito, and we close out, and Wheaton picks up a sweep victory this weekend over Emerson.